talking over there? It's too much dip. It's Monday. My name's Dave. Happy Indigenous Peoples Day.
I got you, David.
Hey, I'm just glad that our special guest and our host over there decided to stop chit-chatting around, having their own fun convo that I was left out of, and I'm not mad at all about it.
You were talking credit card points, miles, whatever you want to call them.
And that's something I need to be involved in because I don't know shit about it.
The best way to redeem them and like travel, maybe pay down your statement. It's just, there are ways.
I feel like paying down your statement with your credit card points is the worst way to do it.
No, it's just the least fun way, but it's the same shit.
I don't know.
Dumb.
I don't know.
That voice you hear is none other. A man who needs no introduction. Sunday Scary Zone, Circling Back Zone, Will deFries.
But there's no footy this weekend, Dave.
What's going
There's no footy.
Why are you here?
Yeah, you guys had to call him the #1 boxing analyst in the world.
Oh, nobody knows boxing like this guy.
Damn, Daddy.
People are going to be mad that
Put
we
up your
lead
dukes.
off with boxing, but Will's on a time crunch, so we got to do it.
Will fights like this. He puts his...
Put up your dukes.
Yeah, Shane. Come get him.
He's a gentleman. Gentleman Will
Come get these
deFries.
hands.
This other guy's Dylan.
Hello. Hello, Dave. Hello, Will, to my right. And hello, Brett, who hasn't spoken yet.
Well, dude, that was a surprise as well because people
Brett is
don't
also
realize.
here, but I'm here. Very happy to be here. Very exciting, thrilling, somewhat devastating weekend of sports, but I had fun nonetheless.
Okay.
Brett, take it away.
Hey, guys, let me introduce our guy filling in for KJ, who's serving a 1-week suspension due to his just utter lack of interest in the Big Ten.
Wow.
We got Brett Merriman here.
I wasn't going to go there, but I appreciate that you did. Dylan, let me be the second to wish you a happy Indigenous Peoples Day.
Thank you.
I was wishing it to everyone out
My
there.
people and I, we thank you, as we were here before all of you.
Yep.
Hey, man, Will wasn't born in Texas, but he got here as quick as he could.
True.
Same with Brett.
I'm not indigenous to Texas.
Honestly, same with me.
You see their California-ing our Texas, Dave?
Yeah, I did hear that.
Tesla's moving here.
I'm all for California and Texas.
That's going to be huge for my property taxes.
Are they going to get an ocean here?
And your property value.
You want to eat cake by it?
There's that project in
Yes.
Rowlett, the Oasis.
Is that how you hurt your neck?
Did you hurt your neck eating cake by the ocean?
I don't get it.
Sorry, Brett. It sounded like you had something like actual to offer. And I interrupted you.
No, you're good. I was saying like that project in Rowlett by Dallas where they're building a $1 billion oasis. AKA they're putting in a wave pool.
Does it have a splash pad?
Potentially.
Oasis was the first CD I ever bought. I bought it at the mall.
Really? That's not a bad one, honestly.
I would
What's
never
the story,
have pegged
Morning
you for
Glory?
I don't
Champagne
remember.
Supernova?
Yeah, probably that one.
What that was on? What's
In
the story,
Sky.
Morning Glory?
Yeah, that one.
I bet you can play Wonderwall.
North Cross Mall.
If you want
Wonderwall's
a really
not hard.
insufferable Twitter follow about soccer, you can go follow Liam Gallagher.
No, I'm good, man. Thank you, though.
Are they him and his brother, are they cool yet?
I don't think they've ever been cool, if I'm being honest. I
Oh,
think
that's
they
too
hate each
bad.
other.
It's rock and roll.
Yeah.
It's OE. We fight a little bit, but we play music. That's my impression
That's
of
pretty good.
one of the Gallagher brothers.
It's not bad.
I don't know what they sound like.
Gallagher, the guy who smashed watermelons.
Yeah, that's
On
him.
stage?
He's the third brother.
Yeah.
He's the
guy-
one they kicked out. He was the original drummer.
Dude, what he was doing, no one else was doing. Like he would just take watermelons and just smash them with a big mallet, big hammer.
If you think it's hard for us to explain to Uber drivers what we do, imagine being the guy that just smashes watermelons on stage.
Oh, so like, what kind of jokes do you do on stage? Well, I just kind of smash fruit.
Smashing,
watermelon.
baby.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that sounds cool.
No, he was actually the guy in Oasis that like hit the keg with like a drumstick or a sledgehammer, and then they kicked him out, and then he went to Slipknot. Then after Slipknot kicked him out, then he went on the road and did stand up.
Sounds like a bad boy.
Yeah, he didn't give a fuck, dude.
That's sick.
Dude, there's an ICP song going viral on the talk, Dave.
Which one?
I don't know.
Okay, I don't know either. I don't know. I never had an ICP phase. I'm pretty proud of that.
It's a clown posse that's also insane.
Is there anything more
Like
scary?
a snake.
Nothing scarier than a bunch of clowns, just insane ones.
Those are my least favorite clowns. Ones that are
Like somebody
insane.
should help them. They clearly need
And when
some
they-
treatment.
They get together like a big posse, especially.
I didn't unintentionally not go through an ICP phase. I very intentionally did not go through an ICP phase, as I do not like clowns.
There was a pretty big problem with the clowns there for a minute, wasn't there? Like 2017, 16?
They were
Clowns,
they were appearing like in random places and
Yeah.
scaring people on the road.
There was a murder.
Don't do that, people.
Didn't John Wayne Gacy dress up as a clown?
I believe so.
Yeah, I just don't fuck with clowns, man. They can't be trusted.
What are they?
Not
What's
to
their
be trifled
What's their
with.
problem? And they're all insane.
We're not here to talk about Gacy or any other serial killers.
Although
We're here
they
to talk
did
sports.
identify
I would love to kill some cereal right now.
The
I'm
Zodiac
starving.
Killer,
They did figure out the Zodiac killer, not Ted Cruz.
Nora's father.
Yeah, what's up with the dude that was just casually hanging out with the Zodiac Killer the entire time?
Who was that?
Some dude. He has like Facebook photos with him.
Did he know?
He knew. He hashtagged one
Oh.
of the Facebook photos with hashtag Zodiac.
Oh, so he's a real
Wow.
one.
Yeah,
Damn,
yeah. They were boys.
that's sick.
So he just never said anything.
hmm
And that wasn't his place to.
Hey,
Bro code.
What was the how many dudes did the Zodiac? How many people did the Zodiac guy take down?
a
How did he
decent
kill?
amount. I don't even know if they know the actual amount of how many people it was.
Interesting. Well, anyway, let's play the Kim K SNL monologue. No, we gotta talk. We gotta talk Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder 3 because Will's here. Boxing Will.
We
This
out
is
here.
too much dip. We talk
We
sports and
are.
stuff. KJ will be back next week. He really did have some. He had some appointments. So he says. We'll see. I think he's looking for
How
another
convenient.
job, another podcast job.
How convenient, KJ.
Personally,
He saw the John Cusack video and just went. He was like, I want in on this.
off the top, off the top, Combat Sports Minute. Tyson Fury knocks out Deontay Wilder in the 10th round. Will the last month Will has been like sending me random texts about Tyson Fury, and I feel like what got you into boxing was his cousin or what is it?
His half
Half-brother.
brother.
His half brother.
I've always enjoyed boxing in a way. One of my good friends' uncles were very big boxing fans, and so I was always jealous of them talking about the Ali days and just talking about those kind of things. And I always thought it was cool. And then before I realized what type of person Floyd Mayweather was, I would buy every Mayweather fight because he was born in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and I was like, all right, Michigan guy. And I think the first one I ever kind of liked was the Ricky Hatton fight. But you're right. It without Tommy Fury being a major player on Love Island, there's no way that I would have liked Tyson Fury as much as I currently do. But if you want to see a very engaging interview with Tyson Fury, I highly recommend watching his Sky Sports interview with former Manchester United defender Gary Neville. And you will see a whole different side to a man that just beats the piss out of people for a living.
Did you buy this fight?
I purchased the fight. I had no desire to go anywhere else, and I knew I was going to buy it. And I also did a savvy move. Are you ready for this?
Did you put up like a Periscope so people could stream
I
it?
should have. I placed a bet through my mother-in-law who was in Las Vegas for the fight.
Okay.
And the winnings that I got from that were pretty much the exact amount that the fight cost.
Oh.
And so I recouped everything just
Look at
all
you.
in one fell swoop.
Of course, Tyson Fury, a big favorite in this fight.
Big favorite, yeah. Didn't pay out well.
Did you guys watch highlights or did you watch the fight at all?
I watched highlights.
It was an instant classic, probably the most exciting heavyweight fight we've had, and given the stakes and all the knockdowns,
Three.
I feel like the-
five knockdowns.
Five knockdowns.
Five. Tyson went down
I'll say
twice.
before the final one.
Sure.
Tyson's knockdown came at a time when it was a very fortunate time for his knockdown because he got to walk pretty much directly back to his corner.
Yeah.
That was concerning for a moment.
Also, the count was a little slow as it was in their first fight. First fight was more egregious. I think he should have been counted out, but not important. But do you know the size difference between these two fellers?
I know Fury has maybe 1 or 2 inches on him, but also probably 60-ish pounds on him.
40 pounds.
40.
So
Okay.
How many
Deontay,
stone is that for the Brits at home?
how many? Yeah, I don't know.
When like
I was hoping Brett had that.
I see all these things from Sky Sports being like, "Yo, he dropped 10 stone after his tough time in his life," and I'm like, I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
I don't know what the stone to LB's conversion rate is.
It's hard to say.
Wilder comes in at his heaviest, 238. He was 231 in their second fight, and he got just absolutely blitzed. Put on 7 pounds, and you saw him wear down, but the dude's a straight-up dog. He has nothing to feel bad about. He was giving up 40 pounds to the guy.
Yeah.
And you saw in the beginning, Fury was just leaning on him. Wilder comes out of the gate throwing that jab to the body. Tyson, you watched him, like he didn't really know what was happening. Like it took him a while to kind of figure out how to attack that. how to defend that. Then you just started leaning on him and having like 40-pound weight discrepancy and a guy just leaning on you like that wears you out. And like, there's no shame in it.
Dave, you can lean on me anytime you need to, dog.
I will. Thank you.
1 stone is equivalent to 14 pounds. Glad we figured that out. Makes sense.
I don't think I should drop 10 stone. I would be very light if I dropped 140 pounds right now.
You texted me and you were quite worried, right? And I'm assuming this is after the second knockdown of Fury.
Yes, because because that's when I thought, like, I mean, even though Wilder got knocked down in the beginning, it wasn't as he was not nearly as wobbly as, and I'm not using the correct words here. I'm not a
Wobbly's good.
He was not nearly as wobbly as Tyson Fury appeared to be. But like I said, like this, I think it was the second knockdown. The fact that he got to go just immediately sit down, I was like, okay, we're back in this bitch. We're doing it. But then round 6 through 10, Wilder was he looked like me after a couple Mexican martinis, just kind of swag surfing all over the place.
Matt El Rancho will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Likely to fall over because of getting punched or not at any moment at that point.
What would it take for y'all to be interested in purchasing a heavyweight title fight or a fight of any nature? Like just boxing in general. Leave MMA out. I know you'll go see a Conor fight.
I can't imagine a scenario where I just like am at home and pay for a whole fight myself. If there's a group of guys that get together want to watch a fight, yeah, I'll pitch in for it. But it's not a sport that I'm so in love with that I'll shell out $70 to watch one
80,
fight.
I think.
$80.
Yeah, it was 80. Something that I never realized about myself is how much I enjoyed the idea of 2 men fighting until one of them falls over. And over the past few years, just the simple premise of boxing has made me buy in more, because I do truly just love the idea of just 2 guys being in a ring, beating the shit out of each other. There's something about it. And I think I might enjoy boxing more at this point, because by the time the main event happens, the entire floor of the ring is not just covered in blood. And I kind of enjoy that. I'm a little squeamish.
Okay.
If y'all had gone along with the concept developed, Rough and Rowdy Gentlemen, that is.
Yeah.
Sure.
I would have purchased that at a time.
We should.
I have seen live boxing from ringside plenty of times.
The biggest miss that I've ever had was not going to Micah's fight.
Micah's fight was a little different than this one. First of all, it was an exhibition.
The fist exhibition.
It was just as anticipated, though.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what had more views on it. I mean, I think at one point we had like 500 people watching Micah's fight.
Have they released the pay-per-view numbers for this fight yet?
They have not.
He said he wants to bring a fight to Manchester. He lives about, I think, 2 or 2 hours outside of Manchester. He said he doesn't want to get himself in trouble. He said he really wants to fight at Old Trafford, where Manchester United plays. And the fact that he and his brother are Manchester United fans also sets them apart from pretty much anything. Normally, I would pick the American. I'd just ride that until I'm done.
Have to be careful with outdoor fights, because there's a dew that forms on the canvas.
It's like a morning dew.
It sounds like a guy who's learned this firsthand.
Literally firsthand, because people were slipping and falling, and like there's a liability issue.
You got to do the dew sometimes, though.
Well, sadly, Will, there's no American that's really gonna follow Wilder. So you've got Anthony Joshua, who fucked everything up by losing to the Ukrainian Usyk.
Yeah,
Usyk, excuse me.
I've always wondered how to say this man's name.
Usyk, I believe. And that's the next fight. And then maybe you have Wilder Joshua, which would be a fun fight.
How many fights does Fury feasibly even have left in him at this point?
He outlined a plan. He was like very deliberate and said, like, I know he's got like 4. He said, I'm going to beat Anthony. He goes, I'm going to beat Deontay Wilder. Then I'm going to beat Anthony Joshua. This was obviously before that. And then like he said there will be a rematch with Joshua. Like he had it all planned out in his head. So, I mean, he's got at least 4 or 5 more fights that he's thinking about. But I don't know. I really want a Wilder to win. I like him. He's got a good story. He didn't start boxing till he was like 19 or 20.
He's Raising Cane's sponsored as well.
Is he really?
Yeah. Yeah, he had a big Cane sponsor on his leg.
Is he a Caniac?
From your phone.
Yeah, I watched this fight on my cell phone, Dylan.
Like a snake.
Illegally.
Like a snake. No, I bought it.
Where'd you want a golf trip?
ESPN Plus. Yeah.
The boys didn't want to pitch in?
Yeah, I can't believe that.
Dude, here's what the guys.
Believe.
Here's how this golf trip goes.
I want my next golf trip planned over a heavyweight fight, so we can all just mob.
We play. The dude pulls out his griddle, not his McGriddle. We ate barbecue. It was great. And then they bring out a card table and they play this. I think the game's over under.
AC Doocy?
It's just a real quick gambling game where everybody's standing around the table. And I don't really do it because it's kind of intimidating and like they're really into it and they know how to play it and I really don't. So I took an early bird and went back to my room and just ordered that shit on my phone and just laid there. I was asleep at like 11:30 when it was over. It's fantastic.
I thought your boys were playing a game where they had like 2 cards and they were throwing them at the ground, trying to flip the other one over.
No, they didn't play that. What is that?
Well, something I don't think should get overlooked from this fight either is that the night all culminated when Tyson performed for the crowd walking in Memphis,
Yeah.
but instead he was walking in Vegas, Dylan.
Do you want to give us a couple lines? Dylan, you give us a couple lines.
Did he actually change the lyrics to Vegas?
He did, yeah.
He's a showman.
That's not the first time he's done that, I don't think, either.
No, he did Don't Want to Miss a Thing. Of course, Aerosmith's seminal hit
Don't wanna miss a thing.
from Armageddon. Yeah, he did that.
Maybe his arms were getting tired.
Ah.
What are you doing?
Boxing puns.
Man, he does not look to be in great shape. I know he's never like a cut guy.
He doesn't look like his brother.
He looks sloppier than he was last fight, even.
Somebody in the Discord said he looked like a bar of soap or something.
He looks like a bag of milk.
Bag of milk's a good one too.
Yeah.
Not quite a bag of bones.
He is 6'9". He's 6'9". 6 feet or 6 foot.
It's like a left tackle.
6'9".
But he has the footwork and technical ability of, a Floyd Mayweather type. He's very agile. He's quick.
I don't get it.
He's a freak, and I don't see anybody beating him.
He's a big
I don't
man.
want anyone to. Love this guy.
Yeah, you're all in.
He's the Gypsy King.
He's the Gypsy King.
He's the Gypsy King. He's the king of gypsies.
If I wasn't already in love with him, I became in love with him after Walking in Memphis was sung.
You love that song.
I will always associate it with my wedding weekend as I played it on repeat in our hotel room to the point where Sally got mad at me.
Did you not have any secondhand embarrassment for like him singing that and all those people in the ring just being like, fuck.
I think because
Just singing.
I had these vague memories of him doing the Armageddon song, and I think it almost felt natural that he did that. But he does a thing that he can't do. Dylan does it sometimes when he sings as well. Is that like he doesn't realize that 10 seconds is enough of the song, and instead he went and sings for about a minute.
Keep going.
If I was confident in the next line, I would. Something about like closing your eyes. I don't want to close my eyes.
He doesn't want to fall asleep because he doesn't want to miss
I
you.
want to fall asleep because I'll miss you, Davy.
So he changed the lyrics. He's a
Don't
showman
wanna
as well.
miss a thing.
He's the Gypsy Prince.
I put Davy in the song.
I thought we couldn't say gypsy anymore. I feel
You can't say gyp.
Fleetwood
You
Mac
can't
song?
say you can't say
You
that.
can't say, oh, he got
That's
gypped.
derogatory.
Okay, because I feel like boxing nicknames also don't follow the rules.
It's a combat sports.
True. Caucasian zombie out here.
Gypsy.
Well, that was fun. Any parting thoughts, or do you want to stick around for some Major League Baseball?
As someone who does not watch Major League Baseball, I like Shitto's take on Major League Baseball that anyone can play baseball, so why would I watch it?
When my team wins a big game, it's good.
Well, thank you, Will DeFries,
Don't
Thank
like
you
that
for
one.
having me.
boxing
Hey,
analyst.
man, you
Boss-
crushed that, dude.
Dude, I'm like Brian Levy out here.
You're out of here.
Before Will leaves,
Brian
can I ask
Levy.
him a funny question?
Yes.
What happened with the U.S. men's national team?
They might suck, man. What's up with that? Losing to Panama?
What did they lose? What?
They lost to Panama last night.
Shaking my
Fuck!
head.
Really
I thought they
bad.
beat Jamaica the other night, right?
They did.
Jamaica mode.
They did. It was a tale of two halves for them against Jamaica.
They had us in the first half. Not gonna lie.
Yep, exactly.
Hey, what's that cool stat about circling back in Jamaica that we just found
We're
out?
currently the the 161st most popular comedy podcast in
go.
Jamaica currently.
No one thought we would get there.
Let's go.
No one had that.
No one thought that was going to
Who,
happen.
who is
Where are
this
we in the
Pepe?
Caymans?
Cut.
Brett, if there's one thing in soccer that I know the least about, it's the U.S. men's national team.
What's your fucking problem?
Did you go to the
Dude,
game?
You're the footy
Dude,
guy.
I think it's because this is such a terrible excuse. This is such a terrible excuse. But I think it's because the games are played at night.
Will wishes you.
I love getting up in the morning
It's a
and just
weird-
doing nothing but sit on the couch. But when it's nighttime and your boy's just crushing some shitty reality TV, I just never end up switching over to the national team games unless it's actually important. But the World Cup qualifiers are objectively extremely important games. But this team is now going in the Lions territory of like, why would I even want to get invested in you at this point?
Has the what do you call the guy who runs the team? The manager, the
Mhm.
Ted Lasso type.
Mhm.
Is it the manager of the
Yeah,
team?
he might spend more time thinking about his shoe choices for the games than actually
Ooh.
strategizing.
Can I ask you this? Well, I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but has he cried after a game, like in a press conference?
Dude, come on. Don't do Dan Campbell. Don't do Dan Terra like that.
I'm just
If
asking.
anybody needs a Dan Terra shirt, please hit me up.
You don't want to wear it?
It doesn't really fit.
I think I'm good, man, honestly, but thank you.
Yeah,
I'm
none of us. Yeah.
I'm a Cowboys
Yeah, that's
guy
pretty.
now.
Yeah,
so.
thank you, man.
Do they have any? Does Barstool sell any cool Mike What's His Face shirts that I can buy?
Wysowski?
Yeah.
Hunt?
Okay. McCarthy.
Oh.
No, there's probably not any cool Mike McCarthy gear out there.
Why, dude?
You could get that hoodie he was wearing last week with the that looked like he had sprinkles on it. It's for their.
Yeah, that was swag.
There was a charitable aspect to it. A lot of people were deleting
Big
tweets.
Cowboy fan over here. Love it.
We are dem boys.
You want to stick
yeah.
around for some football?
No.
Are you ready for the football?
All right, we'll get out of here.
All right. It's been fun,
Hey,
guys.
man, that was real
Yo,
cool
where
of you to
could the
hop
people
on.
at home find you?
At Lad Football Bruv on Twitter.
Are you doing Billy
Jeez.
deFries, the hockey guy, this year?
Maybe. Actually, now that we got ESPN out of market games streaming, you might be seeing a little more hockey will coming out of the woodwork.
If only we had like a hockey vehicle that wasn't this podcast, because we don't know that much about hockey and we can't just
Dude, I
have
know
Brett
all
on.
kinds of stuff about hockey.
All right, Will,
Top
thanks.
titties,
Yes. I love you guys.
That's two
slappers,
titties in one day.
Slappers, top shelf, stone man. What else do you need? Get out of here, dude.
Yeah, he is. He's trying. He's putting his mic. He's
just always lingering. This guy.
somebody want to explain to me what happened last night in Tampa,
Are you
or I guess
talking-
it was in
Are you
Boston.
talking about the controversial ground rule double?
I am. I wasn't watching. I might have been watching a show on Netflix.
Yes, they were in extra innings. The game was being played in Boston. So it was top of, I want to say, the 10th.
Look at this guy.
And there was two outs.
2 outs. Yeah.
Guy on first base. Tampa Bay
Hey,
is up to bat. Guy's on first base. And someone hits one off the wall.
Okay.
From the wall, it bounces on the ground. And the approaching right fielder, maybe center fielder, I'm not sure, runs up to field the ball. It bounces off his body, goes over the fence.
Mm.
By rule, this is a ground rule double. So the runner on first would have scored.
Who's on first?
We're not going to do that. The guy on first base would have scored, Dave.
Okay.
But
Would that have won
ground
the
rule
game?
double,
Obviously, that wouldn't have won the
it
game.
would have been a go-ahead run.
Okay.
But he only got to advance to third base, considering he only got to advance 2 bases.
We've all been there.
I'm trying to have a real.
I'm sorry.
And yeah, that's the rule. So basically, the Tampa Bay was penalized because the dumbass outfielder of the Red Sox, not dumbass, it wasn't like a terrible
He
play.
Canseco'd it. It didn't go off his head, but
The difference being in the Canseco play, it didn't touch the ground. It went from head to over the fence. That's a home run.
well, that's moving fast.
I ought to know right now.
So people
being
are saying-
serious.
people are saying, so they got the call right.
But it's a
But-
bad rule. So we're not mad at the umps.
Okay, it's easy to say, oh, that's a bad rule. And yeah, maybe it is. But what's a better way to handle that play? What's a better way?
I think they should
I
bring
don't
everybody out and have a POG tournament. POG. I'm sorry. I'm
We're
I had
volume
this
shooting,
coffee.
but there's
you're
There's
over
a-
here.
a world where like it doesn't matter if it's fielded cleanly. If it hits anything first besides a human, including like a glove, it's a live ball, right?
Wait, what?
So I'm saying that if the rule should be if it hits the wall and the human like knocks it over the fence after
He
that.
should chase it over the fence?
No, but I'm saying that it should not be ruled a ground rule double. I don't know what it should be ruled.
I don't
but
know. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's where
Yeah.
that's where I'm confused too. I don't think it's a good rule because basically Boston was rewarded for making a mistake.
Yeah.
Right? And who's to say that if in a similar situation you can't just like throw it over the fence, like, oh, it's
Yeah.
over the fence now.
Oh, shoot, like-
They advance 2 bases instead of have the ability to score. So I don't know a better alternative, but it is a weird, screwy rule that I didn't really think about until last night. It
You know
has
where-
happened before. There's precedent here.
You know where I could see something is if like so ball goes off the wall and you like go to one hand to start the relay and you like oopsie threw it behind me over the fence.
Classic.
Right.
So now that runner that's advancing from first has to stop at third. 'cause,
Maybe there's like
whoops,
some kind of like discretionary thing that the umps can call.
if you field it cleanly,
Like this runner easily could have gotten 3 bases off
Yeah.
of this play, but I don't know if that even makes sense. So I don't know. I'm trying to like
Does this play even happen if they're playing this game, say, in a cornfield?
I don't know because you got to think that the ball wouldn't bounce back off of a corn stalk. You know?
My point exactly.
So you think they should play at the Field of Dreams?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't think that's a good idea, Dave.
Okay. Hey, how about them White Sox?
Baseball's weird.
We're not dead, Randy.
Baseball's weird because like every stadium is different, and they all have their own little unique like variations of rules. Like in the Ivy and Wrigley, of course, the ball gets stuck in the Ivy, hands up, ground rule double.
True.
Or if it gets wedged under the padding of a wall, hands up, ground rule double. And the fencing out in Fenway where this happened is super low. It's like 4 feet tall.
Yeah, there's a fun highlight where a Tampa Bay Rays outfielder catches a ball and goes over the wall because it's like at his shins basically.
Yeah.
And there's a security guard with his hands up like this, and the Red Sox outfielder or the Tampa Bay Rays outfielder, his legs are like this.
Yeah.
And it's a very funny juxtaposition, Dave.
Yeah.
I'll show you that
It's weird.
afterwards.
It's weird. I don't, again, I don't know a better alternative, but it is a shitty situation that you hope no one takes advantage of in the future by like accidentally, quote unquote. knocking a ball
No,
over the
nobody
fence.
does anything close to that in baseball. Like nobody's doing any kind of like systematic cheating. You know what I mean? Like that's just not something that teams in baseball do. Hey, let's check in with the Astros White Sox series. Big game last night, a pivotal game 3, some would say. Let's check in with our White Sox correspondent. We'll just do a few seconds since it goes on for like 4 minutes.
Hey there, Too Much Tip Hotline. This is Human Randy. What a fucking game that was. Holy.
Thanks, man.
I
gotta
give drunk Randy after the White Sox
Dude,
game live.
That was like 12. What was that? 12 hours ago? Randy was
I
in
don't know why
Chicago
he's
last
here.
night. Randy's such a company man, such a gamer. He
Moved
was
from the
here this
stadium to the
morning for
airport, I
circling
think.
back. I legit like last night. I was like, oh, I guess Randy's out tomorrow. We just won't do video or whatever.
He gets here and we're like, dude, you can take days off here, right? Like we don't have to.
It
like,
is
we
a
can-
federal holiday.
We can do something else for
No.
video.
Well, Randy's here. And I got to say, I've seen Randy operating at low levels. He's not at a low level today. He seems to be at normal operating
He's wired.
procedure. 2-1. There's still hope.
Yes.
Can
Yes.
you explain to me why baseball wanted to play 2 games before 6 p.m.?
Is there 2 going on right now?
There was supposed to be Astros White Sox and it got postponed. So
Okay.
there's one that like 11 a.m. The Brewers game is on as we speak.
You got to think they don't want to compete with Monday Night Football.
Braves up 3-0 on the Brewers, the Brew Crew.
Is there a
Call
game
them.
Monday Night
during
Football
Monday Night
is,
Football?
is the Colts. Yeah, the Dodgers and Giants play at 9:30 Eastern tonight.
Who is Monday Night Football tonight?
Colts Ravens,
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
No one cares about that game.
AFC North matchup with Carson Wentz.
So it's a Manning cast night,
Yeah,
assuming they're doing it.
I don't think they are.
I don't think they're doing it tonight.
Oh, they're not?
They went
No.
3 in a row and they have an off week.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah, Dodgers, Giants tied 1-1, got game 3 tonight, like Brett said.
Pujols getting the start tonight at first base for the
Albert.
Dodgers.
Very cool.
He's still, if he gets a hold of one, see ya.
Yeah,
You're saying he still got it?
He's still got
the
it.
bat slowed down a bit.
The bat speed's not there.
His body type has slowed down a bit too.
Yeah, he's on that fury.
He's only
Diet.
41, and you see like Tom Brady doing his thing at 44, leading the NFL in passing yards, and Albert Pujols has put on 100 pounds since his best years.
Can I give you guys a KJ editorial? It says, reminder that the divisional series being a best of 5 is dumb. Maybe cut back on the 162 games and give us more of the good stuff.
Yeah, KJ had a whole segment here that he typed out, and it was called "Baseball is Dumb." He's got some issues with baseball, apparently.
He's he calls out the Rays indoor catwalks, the Cubs Ivy rules, as we touched on. He
The
just
best
says
of
in
5
general,
series-
baseball is dumb.
Yeah, that's not great, but the one game wild card play-in is still the most ridiculous thing going in professional sports right now, I think.
Who
Although
threw-
a lot of fun,
Agreed on both fronts.
Who threw game 1 for the Astros? Was it McCullers?
I believe.
He was dealing.
Yeah.
He's a guy who I want to hate because he's had some choice words for my Texas Rangers. Also, Bregman, I want to dislike him, but they're both balling out.
I have reasons to dislike Bregman.
Bregman is a very easy guy to dislike.
There was a guy from Texas State, friend of a friend. I've been to weddings with him. He is the guy who, in the infamous, he tweeted about Bregman. I might have added him, but I don't think he did. This is like 4 or 5 years ago. Bregman searched his name. What he said was, they should trade Bregman now and go get some pitching. This is when Bregman was either first or
It's a
second
fairly
year.
harmless thing to say about somebody.
Bregman DM'd him talking shit, and then he posted it, and it was a whole thing, and Bregman deleted his Twitter account. Kind of funny. I'm sure he would like that one back. I'm sure he's matured quite a bit. But yeah, that was funny. Not talked about enough. DMing the dude who suggested they trade him.
He's pretty chachi, but dude can
Come
ball.
on.
Confirmed.
Dude can ball.
Plenty of reasons that we can talk about offline to hate that scumbag.
Okay.
I like his swing.
Great swing.
Very compact, but very powerful. Dude's a baller.
You know what I like is Rothy's.
Mm-hmm.
I know you guys like Rothy's.
I've been low key kind of wearing the shit out of my Rothy's lately. Full disclosure, I did wear them to Carve the other night.
I saw you with them.
Brad.
They're now selling men's sneakers and, Dylan, men's driving loafers. How about that?
You guys don't know that? David?
I've got more big news. Just, hey, hold your horses. They just launched a premium merino wool shoe for fall.
What?
No cap.
A merino wool shoe for the fall.
You're not capping?
I would not cap. We're almost in crispy season. It's nature's perfect material. I love merino wool. Soft, comfortable, machine washable, and sustainable. It's available in cool colors and classic styles, so you'll want to wear them everywhere. You looking at those?
Yeah. The merino tassel driving loafer in rye.
I gotta go look.
Oh my goodness.
I got a little news for you, Dylan. Looking good and feeling great just got easier. Unbeatable comfort, classic styles, easy to clean, sustainable. Rothy's men's shoes check every box. Don't you hate it when your white sneakers get dirty? Their innovative washable constructions keeps your shoes looking new with every wash. That's a huge plus for me. You can wash your shoes and not have to worry about like messing something up or shrinking the tongue. I don't know.
That's my hesitation when buying white shoes. It's like, okay, I got like a month wearing these until they're like almost too dirty to step out in.
If that wasn't enough, Dylan, Rothy's just launched their first ever collection of accessories for men. Wallets, carry bags, card cases. Rothy's has all of your everyday carry essentials. No more worrying about keeping your wallet clean. After weeks of wear, Rothy's wallets are fully machine washable too. We've all accidentally washed a wallet. Who hasn't?
God, these loafs are heat.
Heat. The little tassels on them? Are you kidding me?
God.
They look like sweaters for your feet.
What am I doing?
That's the merino wool.
What am I doing?
Hope you're not an 8.5 though. They are sold out.
I'm not.
To help you welcome the fall season in style, Rothy's is doing something special. That's right. They gave us the chance to share this super rare opportunity with our listeners for a limited time. Right now, you can get $20 off your first purchase at rothys.com/bang. That's ROTHYS.com/bang. Head to rothys.com/bang to find your new favorites today. Quite the weekend in sports, especially on the college football front, guys.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm psyched to talk.
You
college
guys-
football. Holy cow!
I mean,
Saturday was fun.
obviously I was golfing with the boys. I did get paired up with a guy who was wearing his burnt orange golf polo for Texas, and we had the game on. We had it hooked up to the BTS. We were watching it on our phone. Let me just tell you,
You went through a lot of data this weekend, Dave.
it was luckily it was on his phone. Luckily this was on his phone. But actually, yeah, now that you mentioned it, I did watch the fight on my phone and the Cowboy game on my way home yesterday. So yeah, have to check that plan out. Shout out to my dad. Dylan, you want to start us off? I don't anything jump out at you from the weekend,
If you want me
good
to
or
talk
bad?
Texas OU, I'm happy to do so.
The Red River rivalry or the Red River shootout.
Is now the showdown.
Oh,
Yes, they keep going through rebrand after rebrand.
we just need to stop having tragedies.
Yes.
I'm calling for that.
Yes. Yeah, so the Texas OU game, probably the most devastating Texas OU loss that I can remember.
You had him in the first half, not going to lie.
It was weird because Texas jumped out to a big lead very early, but it was like so early that it was like, okay, there's still like basically an entire game left here. So while I was very thrilled about what I was watching, I never felt comfortable because there was basically 3.5 quarters left. I mean, it happened so fast. And yeah, it's like different teams came out after halftime, which is the sign of good coaching when your team just looks completely different and able to adjust like that. The OU D-line stands out more than anything to me. The second half, they were just a completely different unit. It was pretty unbelievable. Thompson had very little time to throw. He was under a lot of pressure. They They shut down Bijan in the second half.
Did not see that coming.
Did not see that coming either. Yeah, it's upsetting because there are some individual talents on the Texas team that I think are elite. Bijan, we all know about the running back. There's a true freshman receiver.
Stable of running backs at UT.
Yeah. There's a true freshman receiver, Xavier Worthy. His name is. He went for like 260 the other day.
He is going to be
That dude is legit. He's still like
stud.
very he's very frail looking. He's like
Wiry.
skinny, wiry dude.
Yeah.
Once he puts on 15 pounds, and that dude is the truth.
He is a first round draft.
I think Casey Thompson is a very legit quarterback. I really do. He threw for 5 touchdowns.
And you haven't even said the best player on Texas's roster yet, which is Overshown.
Linebacker for Texas, the dude with all the wristbands. It looks ridiculous out there. First of all, he's got a lot of drip. He steps off the bus he's got these like Western outfits.
He's the drippiest dude in
unbelievable.
college football.
He is, and he absolutely balled out. He blocked that punt early in the first quarter yesterday, and was just all over the place. So I'm really happy about some of the talents on the team, which makes this loss kind of hurt even more because it's like they're kind of putting it. I think Texas is actually pretty good. I really do.
Absolutely.
I think Texas is good. It's just Thompson took over kind of late, Not to say they would have beaten Arkansas with him, but they would have had a better shot. I don't know. I like this Texas team, but this kind of loss after going up by 21 so early and then losing it the way they did. It's the kind of loss that just kind of derails the season, and I hope that doesn't happen, obviously, but it's just a crushing loss. The one that stings the most in memory.
Not only that, but they've got to turn right around and host number 12 Oklahoma State this weekend.
Yeah.
Who I think Texas will beat the shit out of
Oklahoma State hasn't beaten anybody.
Their best win, I think, might be Baylor. And Baylor just beat the brakes off West Virginia, but Tech did that to them the week before, I think.
Yeah.
Oklahoma State's got a good defense, but Texas, I think Texas wins easy.
Hats off to OU. They turned it around. That
Caleb Williams,
the quarterback that replaced Rattler, looks terrible.
So where's he transferring to?
I don't know.
That was the fun joke.
He is such a talented guy. I think he's just a head case.
Rattler?
Is he just not equipped to deal with a broken play? Like is he not as mobile as Caleb Williams? Like
Rattler is supposed to be a runner.
I mean,
a track star. But he's just. I think he's just a head case. He doesn't have the mental game.
I haven't liked him from day one.
Yeah,
he is a one read, and if his one read's not open, he breaks down.
He has an NFL arm. There's no question about it. But he can't really put it together. And the dude Caleb Williams,
who I like,
another freshman, I think the dude played his ass off. A couple plays there where he just kind of like in trouble, just threw the ball up down the field, and his guys just went and made plays for him. I don't really know. He doesn't like terrify me moving forward as a guy that's going to be quarterbacking OU for the next few years, but he's good. I mean, obviously.
True freshman?
I think so.
Were you watching this with friends?
Uh-huh. Will included.
That's tough.
I need to apologize, Dylan, for that text I sent you on Saturday. I am sorry.
What did you send him?
He told me to go live when
I
Texas
said, Dylan, go live.
See, you got to learn from our other friends who've texted Dylan.
Yeah.
At inopportune times. You just can't.
I very intentionally do not talk shit before, during games, not even really after games, because I do not handle it well when people talk shit to me. I just don't. It makes me want to just log off of everything for a month. And
to be fair, it was when Texas tied the game up is when I sent that. I think. I think it was a good go live. It was like, oh, this is exciting, go live. And right after I had sent it is when something bad happened, and I think it aligned poorly.
Faye got her first taste of upset Dylan while watching Sports Guy.
Did you get some champagne?
She was not pleased with my. She says I was giving her a lot of anxiety, and I was just.
Well, yeah.
I was just watching it, being very quiet, just kind of in my own head about it. I wasn't like punching drywall or anything. I was just upset and being quiet. She didn't like it.
Where are we at with Sark? Is he getting any blowback from this? Like, are we still?
I've seen. I mean, it's year one. These aren't his players yet. It's I love the offense.
Offense looks great when
The
it's
O
clicking.
line is not fantastic, but overall the offense is really good, and he's an offensive guy, so I'm happy about that. We'll see. I mean, it's still very early for him. He's only like 5 games in, 6. What is it? 5? Yeah, 5 games in.
Oklahoma up to number 4 in the AP poll.
Ugh,
They're
They
gonna
are-
get
smoked.
They'll get smoked by
I'm looking
somebody.
in the top 10. So you got Michigan State rounding it out,
They don't-
Oregon, Michigan,
They don't want the playoff.
Penn State, Ohio State. Ohio State's weird, but Alabama at 5. We'll get to them in a sec. I'm looking at this top 10, and I'm thinking there's maybe 2 wins for them in that.
Yeah, the OU defense can be had.
Not a
They
believer in OU. Just
They
saying.
haven't covered
Good
once
team,
this
not a great team.
Yeah,
They are.
they keep skating by.
Yeah.
And I guess Caleb Williams is the guy moving forward. I don't know if they formally announced that, but
He clearly
you
is,
can't
yeah.
you can't go back to Rattler. Although they did last
You
year.
beat
But
Texas like that in a comeback fashion. You're the guy.
yeah, you're the
You
guy.
are
Speaking of Bay, big night for her Ags, her
Yes,
Aggies.
Yes.
A frequent punching bag of this show.
Hand up.
Hand up.
Yep.
They're a weird bunch.
Gotta give them their props though, as they take down Alabama at home.
Yeah,
See, it was the first time a Nick Saban assistant has beaten him.
that's true.
It's a fun factoid.
Shouts to Jimbo.
Yeah, Jim low-key called a shot on this one.
He
Another-
did. Oh, people were loving that quote before the game.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, Jimbo got him.
It
Yeah.
looks a lot better if it's not a 2 loss A&M team.
Have y'all seen the video of the kicker's family watching
Yes.
him kick the
Oh,
game winner at the end?
Very cool video.
It's sports, man.
That was cool.
Chills.
That was
Very
cool. So what's next for Alabama? You just got to kind of just tear down the program, start from scratch, fire Saban.
Yeah, you got to think so. I mean, they'll be there at the end. I don't think anybody doubts that.
They got to, it's going to, now that they have a loss, though, they have to beat Georgia in the SEC championship game, or else I'm saying they're going to leave the door open for somebody if they don't beat Georgia.
And that somebody could be
The Ole Miss Rebels, baby.
maybe an undefeated UTSA team, undefeated yet unranked for some
Also-
I
reason.
think they're not going to be there.
6-0
Wow.
and hit my big boy stack.
Yes, I did not hit mine.
You got to start betting on the Roadrunners, dude. Why were they getting 4 against Western Kentucky? That doesn't make any sense. Whatever. Yeah, I don't know, man. That I looked at the score like late because I saw people joking after Alabama went down 3-0. There was a lot of people joking about it, and I was like, "Oh, okay." Then I checked it like 30 minutes later.
We were out to dinner. Like we went to a late dinner, and they had TVs on the bar. I hit her with one of these. I hit her, smacked her arm. I said, "Look at the TV." I said,
Yeah.
your guys are doing it.
Dude, it was one of those that every time A&M scored and Texas got the ball back or A&M would punt, it would be like, oh, here it goes.
Yeah.
Here the wheels are coming
And
off.
they just kept hanging.
Never came off.
KJ in his editorial notes that Reveille is that bitch.
I saw that. Yeah.
You familiar with Reveille?
That's the puppy, right?
Correct.
Cute dog.
Cute dog. Hey, look, we support dogs.
The cute lass.
How about Costanza, A&M quarterback?
I don't think his
Calzada?
name is George Costanza.
Calzada stepped up for the first
I'm
time
happy
this
for
year,
him.
and I'm very happy.
He's
for
been
him.
getting smoked. He's been getting all the blame, and
How about,
he wasn't really great going into that game.
No.
But
Did you see?
and then he gets hurt.
yeah,
And he, like,
You see, Manziel was buying beers at Northgate. He tweeted. He said, "Meet me at Northgate and buy."
did you go meet him?
A little far away. I was in Austin. No, I was just kind of late.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess that happened. Went off without a hitch. No,
no arrest.
didn't
warrant.
hear. Yeah, didn't hear of anything getting too wild. Again, they rushed the field, which I get when you beat Bama. To me, I'm always waiting for like that one time where there's something really bad happens when there's a mass field rushing like that. I mean, we saw what happened Boise State when they beat, who was it? Who was the run? Was it LeGarrette Blunt that
Oregon.
smoked that dude?
He
Yeah,
punched
Oregon.
that dude.
Yeah.
He dropped him.
Dropped him with just a choppy little jab. I don't know. I always fear it because it's just an unmitigated, unregulated mob.
Yeah.
I totally agree with
Like
you. I
an
get
insane
anxiety
clown.
every time I hear or every time I watch it. I'm like, oh, something's gonna happen.
Saban had a convoy of security, officers getting him out of there.
How'd this?
they were
Saban-
steamrolling people.
Yeah, they were.
How'd the Saban Jimbo handshake go? I didn't
didn't
witness
I didn't
it.
see it.
But when it may not even happen, considering what was
A
going on in the
mass
field.
of people. Yeah,
Who's the best 4-1 team in the country? Some are saying Ole Miss.
that's
Brett.
the Ole Miss Rebels, Dave.
Tell me about Ole Miss.
That's the most entertaining game of college football I've ever watched in my life. Ole Miss, Arkansas.
Ole Miss is good.
That was fun.
1,300 yards of offense, 52-51 Rebels. And Corral can play his little dick off, in the words of Dylan.
I'll take a game like that over like an old school, like, 17,
Big Ten
13.
football.
Yeah.
Defensive struggle.
Yeah. That's not my style.
Ole Miss gets steamrolled on defense, but they can score with anybody. They're the number one offense in the country for sure after this past game. Yards, maybe not points, but yards definitely. They're a team. They're a team, and all they have to do, if they beat A&M, if they win out, beat A&M, they'll be second to Bama in the SEC, and hope Georgia beats Bama, and then there's a shot, because the Big Ten, as we'll get to, is going to cannibalize itself. They all play each other in the next 4 weeks, and Oklahoma's going to lose to somebody.
What's the status on Penn State quarterback Clifford?
Out.
He's out?
Yeah.
Out for...
Then he broke something.
Oh, no. Okay. We can just jump right into the Big Ten.
But Arkansas, good team. Ole Miss, good team.
Kentucky, good team.
Plays Georgia next week, Dave.
Dude.
So that's the end of the Cats run.
We'll
see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah, okay. So Penn State loses Sean Clifford. Dude, Iowa. I got to give it up to ZJ. Zach Johnson's guys.
You got to give it up to ZJ.
The number 2 team in the country now, 6-0. Look, man, I didn't have this one right. I missed on a lot of games, it turned out, this last week, but that's okay. Who excites you from the Big Ten?
Nobody.
Michigan keeps winning, right? Do they?
Michigan
keeps winning.
Michigan State keeps winning.
But
that's fun.
You just, like, a month from now, this whole thing's going to change. Like, literally everybody, they all play
Why?
each
Because
other.
Michigan can't beat Ohio State?
They can't beat Ohio State. Ohio State kind of stinks. Michigan State
That's
should
the
be
number
ranked
6
higher
team
than-
in the country, sir.
But they don't look good.
I know. They have not looked. I didn't follow them that closely this week, but they have not looked.
And they
flawless.
get to the meat of their shit coming up.
When do we
Penn
start
State.
applying SEC logic? Like when they get the SEC treatment, where it's like, okay, yeah, they had to play the Big Ten schedule, so of course they lose one game, they still deserve to be in that picture. Like when do we start thinking like that? Because obviously that's what happens if like Georgia loses a game.
Yeah,
like dude, and I won't argue with them on that. But I'm just wondering if that's going to happen at all with the Big Ten. And don't forget, you have a looming 5-0 undefeated Cincinnati team right there.
Doesn't have a game on their schedule until the Ponies.
Which
could be a very interesting game.
Yeah, KJ's Ponies coming in at number 23. How do you feel about Texas rounding out the top 25, getting them votes?
Did they?
They did.
Okay.
Does that mean a lot to you?
No, I don't. It doesn't mean anything to me. I mean,
you beat Oklahoma State. You're back. You're a top 20 team.
I don't care. I mean, Texas is not going to win the Big 12. Well,
No.
you will, just like they always do, and it's going to be another just like okay season.
I don't know if Texas beats Oklahoma State.
Well, he's got to lose too.
Is there not a Big 12 championship game?
Yeah.
But would OU play Texas again?
And then,
Certainly.
Is it possible?
yeah, they don't,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right. They don't do North versus South anymore.
Yeah, for sure. I'm trying to think about all the other teams. Hey, sneaky one loss Baylor.
I know.
Just saying.
I drove through beautiful Waco this past weekend, and you could feel the tension in the air.
The Brazos was popping.
Texas has to win out, which they are capable of doing, but some things got to fall, and
Next game,
chips got to fall in the right
next
place.
week's huge. That's the message you can kind of give to them to get their season back on track. Like, hey, if you guys win this, we're fine.
You hear like, don't let a team beat you twice. This is the kind of game that like let a team beat you like 2 or 3 times. It's just fuck that game.
Tough, man, but we're thinking good thoughts for you. Hey, at least them boys are there. As I drove home yesterday from Frankston, Texas, I couldn't help but think that the last time I was doing what I was doing yesterday, which was driving from the middle of nowhere back home with the Cowboy game on, that I was following on my phone.
Different vibe, huh?
Dude, I had to pull when I was actually listening to on the radio last year, Brad Sham, voice of the Cowboys, radio, said something about the injury. I pulled over, immediately pull up Twitter, and I see, oh my God, it's bad.
Yeah.
And so then yesterday, as I'm driving home, like, holy shit, like it was like almost a year ago to the day, right? 364 days.
4-1. They just beat the piss out of the Giants, who lost a lot of guys, but
Like every good player they
obviously,
had.
Dallas could have won that by more. I mean, they
Absolutely.
a couple of weird plays early on. The Cowboys look really, really good, man. Yeah, God, Daniel Jones went down.
Daniel
Barkley
Jones
went
goes down. Gurley, not Gurley. Saquon.
Galladay, Barkley, Jones, Evan Ingram, Darius Slayton, and Sterling Shepard are all hurt,
Yeah.
including Kadarius Toney, who went down for a good quarter yesterday.
Yeah, for throwing a right.
Which,
hook.
by the way, how did he miss?
I don't know.
Did he miss intentionally? Because it clearly would have broken his hand, right?
Maybe, I don't know.
The thing I'm most excited about, and it's kind of bittersweet, is Kellen Moore, because, I mean, some of the shit that they're pulling out. So last week you had the option on the 4th and 1 or whatever to seal the game, with Zeke to Tony, I think, Tony Pollard. And then yesterday you had the fake jet sweep. Dak, and fakes
really
the pitch out
cool.
to Zeke, and then he tosses it. Yeah, and then you have Zeke high stepping into the end zone for
That
some
was sick.
reason.
That was sick.
Like I love it because Kellen Moore's like the guy. He's gone. Like he's gonna get a head coaching job. He already interviewed for some, and I don't know what Jerry's gonna do if he would can McCarthy to keep Kellen Moore. It's kind of how Jason Garrett got his job.
I am most excited about Trayvon Diggs.
That too.
6 interceptions through 5 games.
Stud.
That's my favorite position in football. I love cornerbacks.
2nd round pick.
He's fucking elite. He's so much fun to watch. He's got the cutest kid in the game too. I have the biggest man crush on this guy. It's unbelievable. I want them to throw at him and just see what happens.
It's crazy that they found him in the 2nd round, and just a few years prior, they traded up to draft Mo Claiborne out of LSU, and he ended up being
Okay.
just what?
I liked Claymore.
I liked him too, but
He was
I
an
think he got
absolute baller coming out of
He
school.
got
It
a
makes
rough
sense.
break. Yeah.
I feel bad for Barkley, man. The dude can't catch a break. He's obviously like elite, talented dude. He's got to stay healthy, man.
stepped on a foot.
Stepped on a foot. His ankle. You see it?
It was bad.
Oh,
I will say he rolled it the right way.
Wasn't a high ankle, right?
You don't want to roll it
You go
inside
in.
out. He went outside in, which is the good way to do it if there is a good way to do it.
The other one, it's the 4 to 6 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Every bit of it.
Can I also have a quarterback PSA real quick?
Please.
Can you can Daniel Jones and Joe Burrow specifically stop trying to get first downs with your face?
That was all Daniel Jones trying to. I love it. Gamer trying to get in the end zone, ducking his head, but went right, dude.
he
Jabril
initiated
Cox.
that.
He did.
Yeah, that was.
Just live to play another.
I was
game.
worried it was going to be dirty and people were going to be mad about it. And then I watched it again. I was like, oh.
No. He led
By the
with
way,
his
the
face.
closing speed on Jabril Cox. No Jalen Smith.
Ooh.
Jalen Smith doesn't make that
He's not
tackle.
making that play.
Jalen Smith is 7 yards away.
Yeah.
I noted yesterday, according to Troy, Jalen Smith played well yesterday for the Packers on the broadcast.
He didn't play at all.
And then the broadcast came back from commercial, and Troy goes, "Well, got to apologize for saying Jalen Smith played today."
Yeah, he did not suit up.
Yeah, did not suit up.
And if he did, I'm not
He did
gonna.
not.
I'm not
He
gonna
did not.
dogpile him. What? Oh yeah, Brett.
Yeah.
I mean, you can talk about your Bills because, again, when we picked this game, I did say this would be a statement game, so I was correct in that. Although I did say it was a statement game for the Chiefs, turns out I was way off, way off.
Sure.
I have been disrespecting the Bills, and I'm here to apologize to Western New York. They're the real deal and probably the best team in the NFL right now.
Yeah, I'll concur there. We'll accept your apology. You may need to jump through a table or go to Wegmans to, really official.
I will bathe in blue cheese tonight.
Okay. Okay. That's a shit ton of blue cheese
Go
you gotta
live.
buy.
Correct. Yeah,
live.
it's kind of gross. My wife's not going to be happy about it, but we're
Yeah,
doing it.
clean it too.
Clean
That's
it.
fine.
It's gonna
Yeah,
smell.
Buffalo look really good. And so does the Chiefs offense. The Chiefs defense, I don't know what's going on there.
Seemed like a lot of miscommunication.
They'll be fine. That's one of those things that
Last
I don't
place.
know. COVID year. They're 2-3. They'll be all right. Bills look great. Josh Allen looks unbelievable. Not really a whole lot to say. The Bills defense looks good. Dawson Knox coming out of to be a big time player for them. Cole Beasley, Dylan's right.
Didn't you say you just love what he stands for?
I just love when he gets in the booth.
He deleted his Twitter, Dylan.
Oh,
Good.
Probably something he should have done years ago.
And it's not a good tool for him.
No,
to
he
have at his
needs to
disposal.
stay off that. Yep. But Buffalo's looking good.
KJ notes here regarding the Jacksonville Jaguars, excuse me. It's still not good.
They lost again.
somebody was alluding.
4-5?
So they got a bye week coming up. Are they going to part ways? Is that when they do it?
If there's any time to, Dave.
He had a quote after the game about someone was like questioned the personnel he had on the field, and his response was, "Oh, I don't micromanage our personnel," something like that. It's like
I love that.
I don't know if
Hands off
that's- I don't know if
boss.
That's micromanaging as much as it is like putting guys in position to make plays for your team.
He's not checking call sheets.
Yeah, he's like, ooh,
He
I
just looks-
disagree.
He looks like he's just out of his zone here.
Well, it's like Jim Harbaugh or whatever Harbaugh's can't play or can't coach in the NFL.
Jim,
Yeah, he did go to a Super Bowl.
his brother John, a successful NFL.
Very successful.
Yeah.
Jim, he needs control. He needs to set the culture. He needs to set the program, like going to bars and
Although some would say he's not the best college coach anymore too. But I'm not.
undefeated.
I'm not the guy. Just some would say that.
Undefeated.
Yeah, got to give props to Nebraska. They're good enough to keep Scott Frost's job, right?
Dave, they're a play in each game away from being undefeated.
You
It's
can't get rid of
crazy.
Frost this year.
No. They're literally one play away in each game from being undefeated, and how they lost this past weekend was disgusting. Go watch that highlight. You'll be like, oh,
How'd they lose?
I'll touch the highlight.
Okay.
It's bad.
Yeah. Anything else stand out to y'all? We had a little Browns Chargers. That was fun.
Yeah, you hate to see Baker go down like that.
That's tough with playing with the partially torn labrum, Dylan.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, I've done that.
And his non-throwing shoulder though.
Same.
That's huge.
Yeah.
So wait, is that even a thing then? Like that?
No.
Hard to say.
If he lands on it, maybe I don't know.
Your shoulder pops out when you get hit. You can play with it though.
Have y'all ever had a
Chargers
shoulder
good,
pop
Bills
out?
good, Cowboys good, Packers won again. They're good.
What the fuck? What was that?
Bucks won
Was it
big.
5 missed field goals in the game? 3 in like the last.
we gotta talk
Was it
about
5
that.
in the last 8 minutes or something?
It was egregious.
4 in the last
4 in the last.
like 3 minutes of the game. Plus, I want to say like 2 missed extra points, maybe. At least 1 by Crosby. No one wanted to win that game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that poor SOB, that kicker who thought he made it.
How do you think you make a field goal when you don't make a field goal?
Man, I don't know.
Was this the Bengals kicker?
Yes.
He wanted
With
it
the
to be
long
one
hair?
way, but it was the other
McPherson
way.
or something like
Yeah.
that.
He
No, I don't think
doinked
it's
it.
long.
He doinked
Oh,
it.
was it Doink?
No, he didn't doink it.
He doinked one in overtime from 57.
He missed one in overtime that it hit the flag just to the left of the
Yeah.
upright. And he starts before like he turns like he kicks it and the ball's going and he starts celebrating. Like it's obviously going to be close. Like at least watch it go through before you start celebrating, dog. And sure enough, he missed it. Crosby makes to win it.
Does anybody kick the ball with what seemingly looks like less effort than Mason Crosby? You
He
see
just
his
kinda
leg? He
punches
just kind
at
of he's a little like it's a little whoop
Yeah.
and it goes.
A lot of power in that foot.
Tough
You know what
acting,
I'm
thin acting.
You guys got anything else from the NFL weekend? Have we slighted anyone? Justin Fields?
Are the Cardinals good? They're
Yes.
undefeated, but are they good?
Yes, and we got Cardinals Browns next week, which I am super rocked up
Ooh.
for. Little
That's
battle of OU greats.
That's a prove it game.
That's a tough one for you.
Battle of guys who transferred to OU to go on to have good.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true.
Jalen as well.
But yeah, I do believe in the Cardinals.
Okay.
And they didn't look great yesterday, but
They feel like one of those like Ohio State teams that just kind of keeps getting by people. They beat the Rams, which that's tough. They beat the yesterday whoever they beat. I'm blanking on it, but they looked good yesterday. The 49ers.
yeah,
The Trey Lance led 49ers.
who looked
I don't know.
okay, by
He
the
looked-
way.
yeah. His completion percentage is never going to be high, but he can ball a little bit.
Sure. You guys want to jump into the sports party real quick?
Yeah.
Let's jump into the sports party real quick. Brett, I know you're a little bit new here. You realize this is the point in the podcast where we party.
You ready
Yeah,
to
I'm
party?
I'm
We
ready to
basically
party.
just talk about stuff that like we may or may not know anything about.
Quick hitters, basically.
Yeah, let's hop
Get
in.
it? Yeah.
Get in, get out.
I'm gonna out myself. Didn't watch any F1 yesterday, but we had Bottas.
Samesies. Too much other good shit was happening.
Bottas, Verstappen, Perez.
Verstappen. That's how you're supposed to say it.
You think I would know that as someone who was born in Germany, but yeah. I don't know what happened with Hamilton. We had a pit issue, but cost him the podium. Tough scene.
Womp womp.
Verstappen.
I'm a Hamilton guy.
Is now leading the championship.
Okay.
Max.
Okay. Turns out hockey's here.
Yes.
Dylan, is this your?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and run through this real quick. Kraken. No, go ahead. Bro.
I didn't put the Kraken. So whoever's got a Kraken.
Who
coin,
put
hop
Kraken? That's KJ.
Hey, the Kraken, they're Kraken because this is their first
KJ
year.
just puts Kraken on here.
Yeah, like we're supposed to know.
If
It's
KJ
their
has a
inaugural
specific
If
season.
you don't know, I don't know.
their inaugural season. Good luck to the Kraken from Climate Pledge Arena in
Crack
Seattle.
House.
The Crack House. Yeah.
Climate Pledge Arena.
Yeah. There's a little thing for you. Ready, Dave? Dallas Stars over under 95.5 points.
I'm mashing that over button.
Dylan Chevrolet, Vegas Golden Knights over under 106.5.
Well, that makes
points.
sense. Good club there.
Tell me about this
Do
dress
over,
code.
under.
Huh?
Are you picking the over or the under?
Oh, over.
And the Buffalo Sabres, 68.5 points is their over under.
Nice.
And I'm taking the under. The dress code has for forever in the NHL been suit and tie everywhere you go. Before game, after game, you have to be suit and tie. The Arizona Coyotes, soon to be the Austin Coyotes, Dylan,
Yes.
have relaxed their dress code.
Just the Coyotes?
Just the Coyotes so far. Austin Matthews, noted resident of Scottsdale and Toronto Maple Leaf, has said more people should do that. Gives people some character, like the NBA does.
I love what the NBA does with the fit pics on the guys walking into the arena, walking through the tunnel. NHL needs to do it. I don't know how many of the guys have any sense of style.
They have an unbelievable style in the NHL. They just can never do anything about it because they have.
They
to
need
wear
to
suit and
embrace
tie.
this because the NHL probably has a problem growing, and this is something they could do. Gives them more social media content, makes it easier for all the content creators out there.
Exactly. And
Content.
if you have ESPN Plus, boy, are you in luck because for $5.99 a month, you can get every out-of-market NHL game.
Okay.
It's huge.
Watch your saves, man.
Absolutely. Olympic year, I'm excited for it. Mid-February, they'll take a break. Cup favorites are Colorado, plus 475 on DraftKings Sportsbook. Vegas Golden Knights are plus 700. Tampa, plus 700. Toronto, plus 900. If you want to sprinkle a little bit, I'll take Florida at plus 1,800. Edmonton at plus 2,000.
Where are the saves coming in at?
Plus 20,000, Dylan.
Okay.
I will not be touching that.
So this is news to me.
Oh, can I plug something?
Please plug.
We have a new podcast.
What?
Yeah.
Are we plugging it? We official?
We're official. We have a new podcast coming out. Hockey
Hold
Pod.
on. Do the
Dude, what's it
announcement.
going to be called?
Do the announcement.
New podcast alert. We have a new
Can we announce it? Do we have the socials locked down?
Yes.
Wait, I didn't know
do?
you set on a name.
But yeah.
Has Apple approved
Let's
it?
hear it, bitch.
Okay. This is okay.
So
go
this
ahead.
I'm not going to tweet it out
Announcement
yet
alert.
because we're going to wait till the artwork is ready. Shouts to Ricky. But if you're hearing it her first that we have a new podcast coming. Cold Stove.
Cold Stove.
Shout out to his family.
That would explain the email I got from Apple this morning that says, "Hey, you have a new podcast." I was like, "No, I don't," and it said Cold Stove. I was like, "This must
So-
be a mistake."
Cold Stove.
Who is Cole Stove? And is he like
Cole
a
Stover.
co-host?
Cold Stove.
I'm
is
silly.
Is a play on hot stove, like the MLB offseason, Dylan. Cold Stove is
Because
because
it's
it's
ice.
cold and ice. Rumors and notes.
See,
and
Dave,
breaking-
hockey is played on ice.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, Dave said the only rollerblader.
Do we know?
growing
So
up, though.
tell me about this. Who's involved?
Myself and NRD, shouts to NHL Rumors Daily on Twitter.
Which is a single person,
He's an insider. Yeah.
Oh,
and he remains anonymous. Correctly?
Correct. Yes.
And he will throughout.
Correct. He is NRD.
So don't even try to see what this guy looks like.
Can't even look him up. You might know
Ooh, it's mysterious.
PFT
wow! Right in
commenter.
spooky season 2.
Yeah, PFT commenter. He did it pretty successfully for a while. So NRD is going to do something similar. But yeah,
Boy, that is major breaking news.
take a look.
I'm
next
happy.
week. If you like hockey or sports at all, give us a chance.
By the way, something else I'm happy about. Cat's holding a golf club and standing. I haven't seen him swing it, but he's standing up. The leg looks like it's back in place. And who knows what's next for Tiger Woods in 2021? Hopefully just resting and not driving.
It's his
Ever
right
again.
leg. His right leg's one.
Have
messed
you,
up, right?
I
have
believe
you seen
so.
the pic, Dylan?
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah. He looks good, man.
He's
always
never
been
had
a-
the biggest legs.
always
He's
been
always
a
been
A skinny leg king.
skinny leg king.
You know
yeah.
who looks good is Charlie, his son. Can you see that? That's a weird. Don't that out of context. Is weird.
You know, I wasn't gonna say
he
anything.
looks like he's an athlete already. What's he? 13, 12?
He learned from his daddy.
He has a beautiful golf swing.
It's very beautiful to me. Well, thanks, guys. Can we run it back before we get out of here?
Yeah, Brett put the running back list together.
I put it specifically for you to read. So
Oh, okay.
Can I?
Let's run it back.
Okay, let's run it back.
Of
Hit it.
course, this is the segment during which we talk about what we already talked about. This is a lengthy one today.
put a lot of work into it.
Don't Want to Miss a Thing was the noted highlight of feature film Armageddon. Someone said
That movie sucked.
Someone said Tyson Fury looks like a bar of soap. I said bag of milk.
It's more accurate. Melted soap, maybe.
Dave didn't want to play cards with the boys, so he took his phone, a CBD gummy, and went to bed. Will is in love with Fury based solely on his love for 1991 Mark Cohn hit Walking in Memphis.
It's a good
Mark
song.
Cohn once shot in the face.
Really?
He survived.
The U.S. men's national team coach might spend more time on his shoe choice than preparing for the game.
It's a shame.
Barstool doesn't sell Mike McCarthy gear.
Also
Not
a
yet.
shame.
Not yet. Dylan knows a ton about hockey, including but not limited to top titties, clappers, the Stone Man.
It's true. You do know those.
Also top shelf.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Randy's a gamer.
He's here today.
Very cool. KJ wants everyone aware that best of 5 series are dumb.
Series
Agreed.
as.
Mm-hmm. Dave's wedding wingman is a friend of a friend from Texas State. Very cool.
Wait, what is that?
Your wedding wingman.
Dylan hesitates before buying white shoes.
Can I say this real quick? Shout out to the Bobcats who won in overtime,
Shout
like
out
double
Bobcats.
overtime. Let's go.
Shout out to Dave's dad's phone plan. Overshown is the drippiest dude in college football. That is just straight facts. You got to start betting on the Roadrunners, according to Dave.
Undefeated 6-0 should be ranked.
Big shouts to Zeej for his Iowa Hawkeyes.
Big. That's
Dylan's
the,
favorite position, the cornerback. That's true.
Dylan's ready to get
You got
out
to
of
have a
here.
lot of confidence to play that position.
and swag.
And swag, man. And you got to be fast as fuck. Dave is rocked up for Cards Browns. And lastly, Cold Stove, a new Wash Media hockey podcast, dropping next week. Very cool.
Fantastic. Well,
It's
Brett, thank you for joining us. KJ will be back Thursday for the live stream. We do it every Thursday, 6:30 Central Standard Time. Dylan, thank you for all that
Dave.
you do.
I
And
had a
thanks
great
to
time
Will
today.
for joining us to break down the fight.
Thanks to Randy for being here.
Thanks to Randy,
Thank you, guys.
riding with the White Sox.
It's sports season. Every sport
All right.
happening now.
We'll see you Thursday. Bye-bye.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy. Okay. Okay?
You?